fall. MadFrog here in a commanding position with dominant aggression, showing the Protoss player who's boss. But WhiteRa at the same time is killing off several drones here at the gold expansion. The actual harvester count is dead, even 39 to 40, and it looks like the Forge might fall as well. Not really the biggest loss since he wasn't researching anyways. But here's the real deal. It looks like WhiteRa is still going to be forced to play one base, and his income is suffering immensely because of this. It looks like he was able to even it out a little bit by killing off several drones at the gold, but there is a third expansion up for MadFrog at the natural, and look at these Zerglings going to flood in and try to take out this Nexus as well. The shields have been depleted, and it looks like MadFrog is just continuing to keep the aggression on, punishing WhiteRa for going for a Forge fast expand in the best ways that he possibly can. Save the Beanling, and even a couple of Zerglings just kind of chilling up here at the top corner of the map. Both players struggling for survival here on Scrap Station, and we even have Zerg missile weapons level 1 coming in. Oh, more Phoenixes coming through the backside of MadFrog to pick off more of the drones, and several of them getting taken out. These Phoenixes just have so many drone kills. Gonna go straight through into the natural and possibly pick off some more drones as well. 41 harvesters to 45 as MadFrog desperately tries to warp in or mutate in more drones for his economy, and he is just trying to deal with the Phoenixes, which are now much more mobile than the Void Rays, and are able to sneak and fly about to all of these three bases and pick off as many drones as they want. We also have a Spore Crawler coming in right here for the gold expansion. I would expect more Spore Crawlers to go up at the natural and the main as well to deal with this mass Phoenix build from WhiteRa, who is now actually picking off Overlords at the center of the map, and more Void Rays. Jesus criminy, WhiteRa is just pumping all of his forces through these two Stargates. That's his entire army, but here's the real threat. The Hydralisk is going to start pounding away at these rocks, and it looks like WhiteRa now aware of that, but he may just go for a base race here, go straight for the gold and take this out. He does have enough Void Rays to do a lot of damage. One of the Void Rays getting taken out. The Hydralisks have busted through this center shortcut, and here goes the Void Rays focusing down the Queen along with the Phoenixes, and it looks like they're going to go straight for this Hydralisk Den. This is going to be huge. If he can take out the Hydra Den, no more Hydras are going to be able to come into the game right now, and MadFrog, realizing that, is going to go straight for this Nexus right here at the natural. This is the second time the Nexus has gone down. All the probes running up towards the two Stargates hiding at the top. Looks like the hatchery down at the gold has been taken out as well, and meanwhile WhiteRa running back with his Phoenixes to pick off more drones, more Queens. It's just action all over the map right now, and I'm not sure who's going to come out ahead. Looks like the Harvester count is favoring MadFrog just a little bit. And indeed, his economy is way ahead of WhiteRa, as well as the Phoenixes continue to just brutalize and massacre the drones and the Overlords over here. And this has just got to be reeling for MadFrog. WhiteRa is just pulling himself into this game, even though his economy is lower, with continual Air Force harass. That's exactly what he's doing to stay in this game, and now the Hydralisk coming in. More Graviton beams being used on the Hydras and the Queens. It looks like WhiteRa is going to have enough Void Rays to take out all of these Hydralisks, which, bear in mind, MadFrog is not able to bring in more Hydras because well, it looks like he is bringing in more Hydras. He was able to bring in a new Hydralisk Den, but it looks like the natural is going to go down for MadFrog. And WhiteRa, even though he's been behind, oh my goodness, Zergling's running into the main as well. Even though he's been behind, look at that, a fleet beacon. Even though he's been behind, he's been able to pull himself back into this game with his superior Air Force. These Void Rays and Phoenix combination is just tenderizing these Overlords, and it looks like these Hydralisks going to be able to take out a couple of these Phoenixes. WhiteRa not paying attention there, but going to pop off a couple of these low HP Overlords. Nice micro right there from WhiteRa as he bobs in, weaves in and out, and pops off more Overlords. Now we see why the fleet beacon has been brought into play for WhiteRa. He is going to be morphing in the ultimate weapon of war here. The carrier for WhiteRa is starting to come out. He's even getting the Graviton catapult, which does help the interceptors from the carrier launch more fast, I guess you could say, as the carriers are going to start coming out of these dual Stargates. Hydralisk coming in for a counterattack here, and MadFrog looking for revenge. He knows that he's behind right now because he's only down to one base. His income is gonna be lower than WhiteRa because WhiteRa now has that natural expansion back up and running again, but the Hydralisk gonna try to force their way up this ramp with brute raw power, and WhiteRa doesn't seem to have anything in response to this. Where are his forces? Speedlings coming in right now for WhiteRa as well, or for MadFrog as well, and WhiteRa just doesn't have anything. His Phoenixes go down to the Hydralisk army, and oh, looks like the fleet beacon could go down before the upgrade. No, the upgrade finishes in time. And the carriers come out. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a much closer game than I thought it was going to be. WhiteRa now has lost all of his probes, it seems like, at the natural. He is down to only 10 harvesters in the entire game right now. MadFrog somehow coming back into this game with Hydralisk and Lings has busted through the front door of WhiteRa. WhiteRa, what have you been producing for the last 2-3 minutes? It doesn't seem like he's been macroing. I guess because he threw all of his resources into these carriers, he just doesn't have anything on the field to deal with this mass Zergling attack and Hydralisk attack, and the Hydra's gonna start to barrel their way up this ramp for the second time today to pick off that Void Ray. And the Zerglings and Hydras have pretty much wiped clear the entire Protoss infrastructure, and now the carriers trying to get out of harm's way, microing with the interceptors, and the interceptors doing some pretty good damage of their own, picking off several of the Hydralisks, but more Hydralisks raining in from the right side of the map, and it looks like the first carrier could go down, and that is just going to be devastating to WhiteRa, whose income now is almost nil. 8 harvesters under 31. MadFrog going mad right now. He's got his natural, trying to get his natural up and running again. The Hydralisk trying to chase down this carrier. The carrier goes down, and that is going to be huge. What a hit right there to lose a carrier, but a second carrier warping in from these Stargates, and it looks like WhiteRa could possibly lose this Nexus, which, I mean, I don't even know if that's really a big loss at all, because, you know, he has no harvesters. There's no way he's gonna win this game in the long run. He has to try to win it in the next couple of minutes, where right now MadFrog still doesn't have this expansion up, so he doesn't have any mining action going on right now. And he's running dry at the main, so you guys can see both players' income almost at nil, and it's gonna be a close call, but I think right now WhiteRa might have the more superior, the more powerful army right now. He has the carriers in the air, he has the Void Rays in the air as well, he's even bringing his probes to fight, and I'm not sure if MadFrog has anything to deal with this. He's at 41 count right now for the food, and WhiteRa is at 20, so all that MadFrog has is just drones. And drones, unfortunately, just cannot attack air. Where are the Hydralisks? 5 Hydralisks coming out right now for the production tab. Looks like this hatchery could go down, so both players now have absolutely no way of surviving a long-term battle. They have no way to use their income. Their drones and harvesters are pretty much just worthless now. MadFrog might as well just toss them over to the Protoss base and try to finish off his buildings. And you know what? If WhiteRa loses all of his buildings, he could be out of this game just due to the process of elimination. But here comes the Hydralisk and the Queen trying to micro against these carriers. If the carriers go down, then WhiteRa will lose this game. But it looks like all the Hydras and Queens fall to the 2 carriers worth of interceptors and the Void Rays. And WhiteRa right now may have just bought himself a winning ticket to a miracle game. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. What an intense battle, but here are MadFrog's 4 Zerglings. If he can take out these buildings, he can win the game, but a photon cannon here to just end the day for MadFrog. MadFrog not going to be happy about that. And there comes his drone, so he is going to try to pile his drones through to win the game through the process of elimination, but this cannon is just so sturdy. Can he take out this cannon in time? It's going to be real close. I think the cannon is going to fall, and WhiteRa, realizing that his buildings are in trouble, he doesn't have enough money or any probes to warp in additional buildings. He is going to possibly lose this game due to losing all of his buildings, bringing 1 carrier back to deal with the drones, and meanwhile back at the Zerg base, killing off as many buildings as he possibly can. But the drones are, oh, it's gonna be so close. What is MadFrog doing? I guess he realizes there's an assimilator over here, but here comes the carrier to really ruin the day for MadFrog. The carrier is just going to kill off all of these drones, and MadFrog there had a small chance to win the game back by killing off these 3 buildings, but unfortunately that did not happen. Oh my goodness, what an intense battle from the Forge Fast Expand to the sneaky Gold Expansion to the Zergling run-bys to mass double Stargate Air from WhiteRa. This was just an intense battle, both players losing their Nexuses and Hatcheries several times in this game, and what an intense battle that was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that cast, and of course stay tuned for more. HD, signing out.